chart widgets. You can create graphs and charts of various properties by using the chart widgets located in the Advanced Tools section. These include sale price, fair market value, zoning, and land and building values. Opening any one of these charts will also open the Property Search widget. This is because you use the Property Search widget to select the properties that you want to chart. For example, let's take a look at the properties here in this block. Let's say we want to see the range of prices for these properties in sale price. As you hover over a particular bar, it will show you the sale price as well as the address for this property. And of course we have the results list over here on the right in the Property Search widget. To make a new selection, simply go back to Search by Shape. Perhaps we want to use a line. We want to select all of these properties here along East 53rd. And again we see the graph here. And we can resize with the widget. Or perhaps we want to see the fair market value as by the Board of Assessors. And again, it operates in the same manner. Perhaps we also want to see the zoning for this group of properties. As we can see here, the majority of the properties are zoned TN2, with 3 of the properties zoned TC1, and then 13 zoned TN2. Perhaps we want to take a look at the land and building values, as well as the acreage and total assessed value. Opening the land and building values chart widget will show us this graph. Because we are graphing 4 things for each property, you may need to zoom in to clearly see. To zoom in, scroll up on the mouse wheel and expand the graph to see only a subset of the properties. Scroll down and on the mouse wheel until you are zoomed all the way out to see the full graph of all the properties. You'll know you are zoomed all the way out if you see the bar at the top all the way expanded to the left and the right. As you zoom in, you will see it narrows to indicate that you are viewing only a subset of the properties. And as we can see here, if we hover over one property, it will show us with the gray bar the property itself. And then we can see color-coded values for the land value, building value, total assessment value, and calculated acreage, which, because it's a small fraction, isn't very visible, at least in this group of properties. Now, let's say that we're interested in this group of properties and we want to do some more additional graphing in Excel. Of course, as always, in the Property Search widget, you can simply download all of the features to a table file. And this will download a .csv file that Excel and other spreadsheet applications can open. We can also search for properties by searching with the address search. For example, to search by owner name. Let's say that we wanted to see a graph of sale price of all the property owned by the city of Savannah. Which is denoted by the mayor and alderman owner name. And so we have 1,275 results. simply open up any of the charting widgets, such as sale price or fair market value, to see a chart of these results. We notice that there is one very high value property. So again, we can zoom in, scrolling up on the mouse wheel, to view this property. We see there are actually two properties at $7 million in sale price. We can find them over on the right by simply using the find function in the browser, Control F. We type in 118 West Tidegate, and then when we click on the result, it will move the map to this property. And then, of course, we can click on it to get more information. Now, what if we wanted to search for city-owned property, but only in a particular area? Maybe, for example, the waterfront. But we also wanted to see a chart of this. So we'll clear our results. We'll zoom to the waterfront. And now we can do one of two things. Either limit the search to the area on the screen, or we can search by shape. However, we can click on Include Text Query in Selection Criteria. That way, when we select an area, it will only select properties that are also owned by the mayor and alderman. So we will draw a shape, a nice freeform shape, along this area of the waterfront. And now, city-owned property will be charted in this area. We can see a chart of the value, the sale price, which for many of these is 0. Not too exciting of a chart. Zoning. Again, not too exciting. And so forth. Also note that you can add or remove results in each search iteration. By default, the search simply creates a new selection each time. Remember that you can buffer your results, and you can make multiple selections at once. For example, maybe we want to select that waterfront area, and this area. We click Search, and now we've selected the city property in these two new areas. If we want to continue to add to the current results, then we'll go back, we'll grab that area, and okay, how about we grab this area? And again, we click Search, and now we have a fair market value chart for all of those areas. And if we wanted to remove a result, for example, this West Bryan Street property that is kind of distorting the graph by being an outlier, we would simply zoom to it, and then we could click on Remove from Current Results, and then simply click it. And now we see our graph is reshaped, and it's stretched out a little nicer. The values are more even and close to each other in size, and it makes for a better chart. Now, what if we wanted to save this? One nice way would be to make a screenshot, either using the print screen key if you are on Windows, or the screenshot shortcut key if you are on a Mac, Command-Shift-3 and 4, or by using the snipping utility, which is built into Microsoft Windows. And then you could save this picture to embed and copy and paste into Word or PowerPoint or an email.